Question 1. What is the legal blood alcohol concentration, BAC, limit for drivers over the age of 21 in California? A. 0, 1%. B. 0, 5%. C. 0, 8%. D. 0, 10%. Answer: C. 0, 8%. In California, the legal BAC limit for drivers 21 and over is 0, 8%. Driving with a BAC at or above this limit is considered driving under the influence. Question 2. How far in advance must you signal before turning or changing lanes? A. 50 feet. B. 100 feet. C. 150 feet. D. 200 feet. Answer: B. 100 feet. California law requires drivers to signal at least 100 feet before turning or changing lanes to alert other road users of their intentions. Question 3. When can you legally make a U-turn at an intersection with a traffic signal? A. When the signal is red. B. When the signal is green and there is no sign prohibiting U-turns. C. Anytime, regardless of the signal. D. Only when pedestrians are present. Answer: B. When the signal is green and there is no sign prohibiting U-turns. U-turns at intersections with traffic signals are permitted when the light is green, provided no sign explicitly prohibits the maneuver. Question 4. What should you do if you're approaching a crosswalk and a pedestrian is preparing to cross? A. Continue at your current speed. B. Honk to alert the pedestrian. C. Stop and let the pedestrian cross. D. Signal the pedestrian to wait. Answer: C. Stop and let the pedestrian cross. Drivers must always yield the right of way to pedestrians in crosswalks, stopping if necessary to ensure their safety. Question 5. At what times are you required to use your headlights? A. From sunrise to sunset. B. In clear weather conditions only. C. From 30 minutes after sunset to 30 minutes before sunrise, and when visibility is reduced. D. Only during inclement weather. Answer: C. From 30 minutes after sunset to 30 minutes before sunrise, and when visibility is reduced. Headlights must be used during these times to improve vehicle visibility. Question 6. What does a flashing red traffic light mean? A. Proceed with caution. B. The same as a stop sign. C. Yield to oncoming traffic. D. Traffic signal is out of order. Answer: B. The same as a stop sign. A flashing red light is treated as a stop sign, meaning drivers must come to a complete stop and proceed when safe. Question 7. How should you respond if you encounter a funeral procession while driving? A. Join the procession for a faster route. B. Pass the procession on the right. C. Yield and do not interrupt or join the procession. D. Honk to show respect. Answer: C. Yield and do not interrupt or join the procession. Drivers should show respect by yielding and not interrupting a funeral procession. Question 8. What is the minimum following distance you should maintain from the vehicle in front of you under normal driving conditions? A. 1 car length. B. 2 seconds. C. 3 seconds. D. 4 seconds. Answer: C. 3 seconds. Maintaining a minimum 3-second following distance from the vehicle ahead is recommended under normal driving conditions for safety. Question 9. What actions are required if you're involved in a collision that results in injury, death, or property damage exceeding $1,000? A. Leave the scene immediately. B. Only exchange insurance information. C. Report the collision to the DMV within 10 days. D. Wait for law enforcement before doing anything. Answer: C. Report the collision to the DMV within 10 days. California law requires reporting any accident involving injury, death, or significant property damage. Question 10. What does a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a pedestrian symbol indicate? A. Pedestrians not allowed. B. Nearby playground. C. School zone. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answer: D. Pedestrian crossing. A yellow diamond-shaped sign with a pedestrian symbol warns drivers of an upcoming pedestrian crossing. Question 11. When parking uphill on a street with a curb, which way should you turn your wheels? A. Away from the curb. B. Towards the curb. C. Straight ahead. D. No specific direction is needed. Answer: A. Away from the curb. When parking uphill with a curb, turn your wheels away from the curb, so your vehicle will roll into the curb if it moves. Question 12. What does a solid white line between lanes of traffic indicate? A. Lane changing is encouraged. B. Lane changing is prohibited. C. Traffic moving in opposite directions. D. A pedestrian crosswalk. Answer: B. Lane changing is prohibited. A solid white line between lanes means that drivers should stay in their lane and that lane changes are discouraged or prohibited. Question 13. If your vehicle begins to skid, what is the proper way to regain control? A. Brake hard and steer in the opposite direction of the skid. B. Steer in the direction of the skid. C. Steer in the direction you want to go and gently apply the brakes. D. Accelerate to straighten out the vehicle. Answer: B. Steer in the direction of the skid. To regain control during a skid, steer in the direction you want the front of the vehicle to go. Question 14. Under what conditions may you not pass another vehicle on the right? A. When driving on a one-way street. B. When the vehicle ahead is making a left turn. C. When passing would require driving off the paved roadway. D. All of the above are acceptable conditions to pass on the right. Answer: C. When passing would require driving off the paved roadway. It is illegal to pass another vehicle on the right if it necessitates leaving the paved or main traveled portion of the roadway. Question 15. What are the consequences of driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs in California? A. Fine and possible jail time. B. License suspension. C. Mandatory DUI program. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. Driving under the influence in California can result in fines, jail time, license suspension, and the requirement to attend a DUI program. Question 16. When is it legal to use a cell phone without a hands-free device while driving in California? A. When making a regular phone call. B. When stopped at a red light. C. When using a GPS navigation system. D. In the event of an emergency to call police, fire, or medical services. Answer: D. In the event of an emergency to call police, fire, or medical services. California law allows the use of a handheld cell phone while driving only in emergency situations. Question 17. What does a green traffic light mean? A. Yield to oncoming traffic before proceeding. B. Proceed with caution. C. Stop. D. Go, but yield to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. Answer: D. Go, but yield to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. A green light means you can go, but you must still yield to any pedestrians or vehicles already in the intersection. Question 18. How do seat belts and airbags work together to increase safety in a vehicle? A. Seat belts keep you in the correct position for the airbags to work effectively. B. Airbags replace the need for seat belts. C. Seat belts protect you from side impacts and airbags from frontal impacts. D. Airbags slow down the vehicle and seat belts prevent ejection. Answer: A. Seat belts keep you in the correct position for the airbags to work effectively. Together, they significantly increase your chance of surviving a crash with less severe injuries. Question 19. What is the California Basic Speed Law? A. Never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. B. The maximum speed limit in California is 65 miles per hour. C. Always drive at the speed of the flow of traffic, regardless of the posted speed limit. D. Never drive slower than the posted minimum speed limit. Answer: A. Never drive faster than is safe for current conditions. The basic speed law dictates that you should always adjust your speed to match road, traffic, visibility, and weather conditions. Question 20. What action should you take when you see a T intersection sign? A. Speed up as the road widens ahead. B. Prepare to stop. The road you are on does not continue. C. Yield to oncoming traffic from the left. D. Watch for vehicles merging from the right. Answer: B. Prepare to stop. The road you are on does not continue. A T intersection sign indicates that the road ends ahead, and you must prepare to turn left or right. Question 21. When are you allowed to drive in a bike lane? A. When overtaking a slower vehicle. B. Within 200 feet before making a right turn. C. When the bike lane is empty. D. At any time as long as you yield to bicycles. Answer: B. Within 200 feet before making a right turn. California law allows drivers to enter a bike lane within 200 feet of an intersection or driveway where they intend to make a right turn. Question 22. What is the correct procedure for changing lanes on a multi-lane road? A. Check mirrors only. B. Signal, check mirrors, and then quickly change lanes. C. Signal, check mirrors, and blind spot, then change lanes when safe. D. Change lanes rapidly to ensure other vehicles give way. Answer: C. Signal, check mirrors, and blind spot, then change lanes when safe. Always signal your intention, check mirrors, and your blind spot before changing lanes to ensure it is safe. Question 23. How can you minimize distractions while driving? A. Use your phone only for navigation. B. Keep the radio volume low. C. Limit interactions with passengers. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. To minimize distractions, avoid using your phone, keep the radio volume low, and limit interactions with passengers while driving. Question 24. What should you do if your accelerator sticks while driving? A. Keep driving and signal for help. B. Turn off the engine immediately. C. Apply the brakes and shift to neutral. D. Pump the accelerator to free it. Answer: C. Apply the brakes and shift to neutral. If your accelerator sticks, apply steady pressure on the brake, shift to neutral, and steer the vehicle safely to the side of the road. Question 25. What is the significance of a solid yellow line on your side of the road? A. Passing is encouraged. B. Passing is prohibited. C. It indicates a carpool lane. D. It separates lanes moving in the same direction. Answer: B. Passing is prohibited. A solid yellow line on your side of the road means that passing is not allowed from your direction. Question 26. What does a no U-turn sign mean? A. U-turns are permitted. B. U-turns are prohibited. C. U-turns are permitted outside of school hours. D. U-turns are permitted during weekends only. Answer: B. U-turns are prohibited. A no U-turn sign explicitly prohibits making U-turns at the location it's posted. Question 27. How should you react to emergency vehicles on the road? A. Follow closely behind them. B. Ignore unless they are directly behind you. C. Move over to the right and stop. D. Accelerate to clear the path. Answer C. Move over to the right and stop. When you see an emergency vehicle with lights and siren on, safely move over to the right side of the road and stop until the vehicle has passed. Question 28. What are the rules for making a left turn at an intersection without a left turn signal? A. Turn immediately on the green light. B. Wait in the center of the intersection for traffic to clear. C. Yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians, then turn when safe. D. Left turns are not allowed without a left turn signal. Answer C. Yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians, then turn when safe. Without a dedicated left turn signal, you must yield and wait for a safe gap in traffic. Question 29. When is it necessary to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights? A. Only if you are following the bus. B. If the bus is on the opposite side of a divided highway. C. On any street, regardless of the number of lanes, when approaching the bus. D. Never, if the bus is in a loading zone. Answer C. On any street, regardless of the number of lanes, when approaching the bus, you must stop for a school bus with flashing red lights to allow children to safely enter or exit the bus. Question 30. What precautions should you take when driving in foggy conditions? A. Use your high beam headlights. B. Use your low beam headlights. C. Turn off your headlights. D. Increase your speed to reduce the time spent in the fog. Answer B. Use your low beam headlights. In fog, low beam headlights or fog lights are most effective and reduce glare for better visibility. Question 31. How should you respond to an end school zone sign? A. Increase your speed immediately. B. Continue at the school zone speed until you reach the sign. C. Stop and check for children. D. Maintain school zone speed for another 100 feet. Answer B. Continue at the school zone speed until you reach the sign. You should not increase your speed until you have passed the end school zone sign. Question 32. What is the proper way to merge onto a freeway? A. Stop at the end of the on-ramp to wait for a gap in traffic. B. Slow down, then merge into traffic. C. Merge at the same speed as traffic is moving. D. Accelerate rapidly to get ahead of traffic. Answer C. Merge at the same speed as traffic is moving. When merging onto a freeway, you should adjust your speed to match the flow of traffic on the freeway before merging. Question 33. How does California law regulate the use of high-occupancy vehicle (HOV) lanes? A. Any vehicle with more than one person can use HOV lanes at any time. B. Single-occupant vehicles can use HOV lanes if they pay a toll. C. HOV lanes are reserved during certain hours for vehicles with 2 or more occupants. D. Motorcycles are not allowed in HOV lanes. Answer C. HOV lanes are reserved during certain hours for vehicles with 2 or more occupants. These lanes are designed to encourage carpooling and reduce traffic congestion. Question 34. What steps should you follow if you're involved in a minor collision with no injuries? A. Leave the scene immediately. B. Move vehicles out of traffic. If possible, then exchange information. C. Wait for police to arrive before moving anything. D. Immediately begin repairing your vehicle. Answer B. Move vehicles out of traffic. If possible, then exchange information. If there are no injuries and the vehicles can be moved, it's best to clear traffic and exchange information with the other driver. Question 35. What should you do if you encounter a road that is flooded? A. Attempt to cross quickly. B. Turn around and find an alternate route. C. Drive through slowly in low gear. D. Wait for the water to recede. Answer B. Turn around and find an alternate route. It's safest to avoid driving through flooded roads as vehicles can be swept away or become stranded. Question 36. How do you properly use roundabouts or traffic circles? A. Enter at high speed to merge with traffic. B. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. C. Stop before entering. D. The vehicle to the left has the right of way. Answer. B. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. Drivers entering a roundabout must yield to traffic already circulating within it. Question 37. What is required when transporting children in a vehicle? A. Children under 8 must be in the front seat. B. Children should be seated in the lap of an adult. C. Children under 8 must be secured in a car seat or booster seat. D. Children can choose where they want to sit. Answer. C. Children under 8 must be secured in a car seat or booster seat. California law requires children under the age of 8 to be properly secured in a car seat or booster seat in the back seat. Question 38. What does a yield sign indicate and how should drivers react? A. Accelerate to beat crossing traffic. B. Come to a complete stop, then proceed. C. Slow down and give the right of way to traffic and pedestrians. D. Ignore the sign if the road appears clear. Answer. C. Slow down and give the right of way to traffic and pedestrians. A yield sign requires drivers to slow down and, if necessary, stop to yield to other road users. Question 39. What are the guidelines for using cruise control on California highways? A. Use in heavy traffic for consistency. B. Only use when driving on wet or slippery roads. C. Use only in clear weather on well-paved roads. D. It is recommended to use cruise control at all times for fuel efficiency. Answer. C. Use only in clear weather on well-paved roads. Cruise control is best used in optimal driving conditions. It should not be used in heavy traffic, on wet or slippery roads, or under adverse weather conditions. Question 40. What should you do if you're involved in a hit-and-run collision? A. Leave the scene immediately. B. Chase the fleeing driver. C. Try to gather as much information as possible and report the incident to the police. D. Ignore the incident if there is no significant damage. Answer. C. Try to gather as much information as possible and report the incident to the police. It's important to collect any available information, example license plate number, vehicle description, and report the collision to the authorities. Question 41. When should you use your vehicle's high beam headlights? A. In urban areas with well-lit streets. B. Whenever it is raining or foggy. C. On open highways or in rural areas with little to no lighting. D. All the time for better visibility. Answer. C. On open highways or in rural areas with little to no lighting. High beam headlights should be used for better visibility in areas without street lights, but turned off when approaching or following another vehicle to avoid blinding other drivers. Question 42. How do you ensure safety when backing up your vehicle? A. Only use your mirrors. B. Check your mirrors and over your shoulder for a clear path. C. Honk to alert others. D. Back up quickly to minimize time in reverse. Answer. B. Check your mirrors and over your shoulder for a clear path. Always check both mirrors and look over your shoulder for a clear path before backing up to ensure safety. Question 43. What does a slippery when wet sign indicate for drivers? A. Increase speed to pass quickly. B. The road becomes slippery when dry. C. Caution, reduce speed and drive carefully as the road surface is slippery when wet. D. Stop and wait for the road to dry. Answer. C. Caution, reduce speed and drive carefully, as the road surface is slippery when wet. This sign warns drivers of potential slippery conditions when the road is wet. Question 44. What is the correct response to an uncontrolled intersection? A. Accelerate through the intersection first. B. Yield to all traffic already in the intersection. C. The vehicle to the left has the right of way. D. Stop at the intersection, then proceed when safe. Answer B. Yield to all traffic already in the intersection. At an uncontrolled intersection, drivers should yield to vehicles already in the intersection and proceed when it is safe. Question 45. How should you handle a tire blowout while driving? A. Brake hard immediately. B. Continue driving at the same speed. C. Slow down gradually and steer straight until you can safely pull off the road. D. Immediately turn off the road. Answer C. Slow down gradually and steer straight until you can safely pull off the road. In the event of a tire blowout, it's important to maintain control of the vehicle by steering straight and slowing down gradually. Question 46. When is it permissible to cross a double solid yellow line? A. To pass a slower vehicle. B. When making a left turn into a driveway or side street. C. To overtake bicycles. D. It is never permissible. Answer B. When making a left turn into a driveway or side street. Crossing a double solid yellow line is allowed when entering or exiting driveways or when making a left turn where permitted. Question 47. What actions should you take if you're involved in a collision and someone is injured? A. Leave the scene and report the accident later. B. Move the injured away from the scene immediately. C. Call 911 and do not move the injured unless necessary for safety. D. Wait for others to call for help. Answer C. Call 911 and do not move the injured unless necessary for safety. Always call for emergency services and avoid moving the injured unless there is an immediate danger. Question 48. How should you adjust your driving in response to adverse weather conditions? A. Increase your speed to get out of the weather quicker. B. Maintain your normal driving speed. C. Decrease your speed, increase following distance, and use headlights. D. Use high beam headlights to improve visibility. Answer C. Decrease your speed, increase following distance, and use headlights. Adverse weather conditions require slower speeds, increased following distances, and the use of low beam headlights for safety. Question 49. Interpret the meaning of a divided highway ends sign for drivers. A. The highway will become a single lane. B. The highway splits into two directions. C. A divided highway is beginning. D. The divided highway is ending, and the road will no longer have a median separation. Answer D. The divided highway is ending, and the road will no longer have a median separation. This sign warns drivers that the road ahead will no longer be divided by a median. Question 50. What is the correct procedure for parallel parking? A. Park in the first spot you see. B. Signal, check your mirrors, and then pull straight into the space. C. Signal, check mirrors and blind spots, and back into the space slowly. D. Speed up to claim the space before someone else does. Answer C. Signal, check mirrors and blind spots, and back into the space slowly. Proper parallel parking involves signaling your intention, checking for traffic, and then backing into the parking space carefully. Question 51. How do anti-lock brakes, ABS, work, and how should you use them? A. Pump the brakes to prevent wheel lock. B. Brake gently and wait for the ABS to engage. C. Press firmly on the brake pedal and steer where you want to go. D. Avoid using brakes and steer out of trouble. Answer C. Press firmly on the brake pedal and steer where you want to go. ABS prevents the wheels from locking up during hard braking, allowing drivers to maintain steering control. Question 52. What is the move over law and how does it apply to drivers in California? A. Move over for towing vehicles only. B. Slow down and move over for emergency vehicles, tow trucks, and any stationary vehicle displaying warning or hazard lights. C. Change lanes for bicycles only. D. It applies only at night. Answer B. Slow down and move over for emergency vehicles, tow trucks, and any stationary vehicle displaying warning or hazard lights. The move over law is designed to protect roadside workers and emergency responders. Question 53. When must children ride in the back seat of a vehicle? A. Until they are 8 years old or 4'9" tall. B. Only if the vehicle has a front passenger airbag. C. Until they are 12 years old. D. At all times, regardless of age or height. Answer A. Until they are 8 years old or 4'9" tall. California law requires children to ride in the back seat in a proper child restraint until they reach the age of 8 or a height of 4'9". Question 54. What are the penalties for not wearing a seatbelt while driving or as a passenger? A. A verbal warning. B. A fine and possible points on your driving record. C. Mandatory community service. D. Immediate license suspension. Answer B. A fine and possible points on your driving record. California enforces seatbelt laws with fines and may add points to the driving records of violators. Question 55. What should drivers do upon encountering a merge sign on the highway? A. Speed up and merge aggressively. B. Slow down to allow other vehicles to merge. C. Merge safely into the flow of traffic, adjusting speed as necessary. D. Stop and wait for a clear gap before merging. Answer C. Merge safely into the flow of traffic, adjusting speed as necessary. A merge sign indicates that lanes will be coming together and drivers should prepare to merge smoothly with traffic. Question 56. How can you reduce the risk of road rage incidents while driving? A. Respond aggressively to assert dominance. B. Use your horn frequently to communicate. C. Tailgate slow drivers to encourage them to speed up. D. Practice defensive driving and avoid confrontations. Answer D. Practice defensive driving and avoid confrontations. Maintaining a calm and courteous demeanor on the road helps reduce the risk of road rage incidents. Question 57. What should you do if you miss your freeway exit? A. Stop and back up on the freeway. B. Proceed to the next exit. C. Make a U-turn through the median. D. Pull over and wait for traffic to clear before merging back. Answer B. Proceed to the next exit. If you miss your freeway exit, continue to the next available exit safely. Never stop or back up on the freeway. Question 58. How does California law address the use of electronic smoking devices while driving? A. They are allowed without restrictions. B. Use is permitted only in designated areas. C. It is prohibited to use electronic smoking devices while driving. D. Drivers over 21 can use electronic smoking devices. Answer C. It is prohibited to use electronic smoking devices while driving. California law treats the use of electronic smoking devices similarly to other forms of distracted driving. Question 59. What does a pedestrian crossing sign require drivers to do? A. Speed up to clear the area quickly. B. Yield to pedestrians and stop if necessary. C. Honk to alert pedestrians. D. Pedestrians have the right of way only at marked crosswalks. Answer B. Yield to pedestrians and stop if necessary. A pedestrian crossing sign indicates areas where drivers should be especially alert to pedestrians and yield to them. Question 60. What are the rules for parking on a hill with no curb? A. Turn your wheels away from the side of the road. B. Keep your wheels straight. C. Turn your wheels toward the side of the road. D. Parking on a hill without a curb is not allowed. Answer. A. Turn your wheels away from the side of the road. When parking on a hill with no curb, turn your wheels so the vehicle will roll away from the road if the brakes fail.